Look at this dirt. Where's the mayor to clean this up? There's garbage everywhere.
And now you got people that are dead as a result of it. The city looks a mess. You can't even get the snow removed off the sidewalk. Trash everywhere. The city was a dump before this, Sean, and it's only getting worse. This is not a test. This is game time. And as we know, Sean, he wasn't prepared.
Like, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to get notifications. Anytime I go live or make a video, y'all already know what to do. Let's get into this. Let's get to Mamdani. Because I think New York is going to come crashing down. This is my evidence. And y'all thought people were playing and y'all didn't take it seriously. Like, you can't have a 30-some-year-old nut job that's a communist running the most prosperous, one of the most prosperous, biggest, and financially, I don't know. Let me see. I want to say financially stable. That's the word I wanted to use, but I want to say financially explosive city in the entire United States of America. And you put a dumb commie that have never probably never even managed his own bank account, running an entire city with the economy that's bigger than most countries in the world. This is what y'all get being stupid. Roll the clip.
That's right. We know about your mom. Now listen. We was with you, Zoran. We voted for you, Zoran. We advocated for you, Zoran. We advocated for you. You ain't getting up. Get up in there and lie to us. You lied, Zoran. Shame, Zoran.
Shame! Shame!
The first lie was CCRB, Zoran.
Shame!
CCRB had the final say, Zoran.
Shame!
These people's protests so weak, it's crazy. But anyway, that's the governor's mansion. That's the government property. They have a right to be on that land and say whatever they want because that's the people's property. All right, but they got gates and guards and all kind of other stuff because I guess people are illegal on stolen land. However, when you heard them saying, "I saw your mama," this is what they're referring to. And I want to play this. Now, I want the people to know that we did our research on this, and a lot of this is fake. But I wanted to show you what's being said and show you the things that are fake. But I at least want you to hear the reason why people are saying that his mama was involved with Jeffrey Epstein. Some of it is real, some of it is fake. I'm going to decipher the difference for you, or I'm going to determine the difference for you. Roll the clip. I want to tell you guys about verdict. It's official. It's live. This is the not guilty. You see that reflection on there? We got that fall going on there. That looks good, and it tastes incredible. I can't believe it. And for everybody that got it, because a couple thousand of y'all got y'all's ordered in just yesterday and probably coming in today, make sure you go to verdictreservespirits.com, verdictreservespirits.com. We'll put the link in the description section. And let us know what you think about the bourbon. Give us your verdict. Is it good? Is it not good? Well, I know it's good. The first one we got on there, 5 stars. I can't see how anybody's competing with verdict. We are going to have 100 signed bottles. Only the people who have purchased or the people who are on our email list are going to have access to get those bottles. I'm not promoting it to the public. I'm going to give first dibs to everybody that has either purchased or anybody that's on our email list. So go on. If you don't see the email list box, we'll have it available on the website tomorrow. We have our website developer do it. And make sure that you drink responsibly. Make sure that you're 21 and over before you ever think about visiting the website because there's no purpose of you getting it if you're going to abuse it, okay? Abusing alcohol or anything is a sin. If you're going to have a little sip and you do it responsibly, you're fine. But if you go to abuse it, like food or anything else, that's when the Lord has got a problem with you. We did our research on this, and a lot of this is fake. But I wanted to show you what's being said and show you the things that are fake. But I at least want you to hear the reason why people are saying that his mama was involved with Jeffrey Epstein. Some of it is real, some of it is fake. I'm going to decipher the difference for you, or I'm going to determine the difference for you. Roll the clip.
Wait a second, Patriot Dad. Are you telling me that Zoran Mamdani's mom's name is in the Epstein files? Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Zoran Mamdani's mother is a film director by the name of Mira Nair. And yes, Mira Nair's name is showing up in the Epstein files. So I decided to take a screen recording of her route so you can actually see the document itself. And in this document, you'll see Peggy Siegel is emailing Jeffrey Epstein. And she says, I just left Ghislaine Maxwell's townhouse. After party, for a film. Bill Clinton and Jeff Bezos and Gene Peruzzi and director Mira Nair are in attendance. This Mira Nair, Zoran Mamdani's mother, held an after party for a movie that she directed at Ghislaine Maxwell's townhouse back in 2009. And I'll remind you, 2009 is not that long after Jeffrey Epstein accepted a plea deal for the things that he was doing to underage girls down in southern Florida, in which Ghislaine Maxwell was named as a conspirator in that case. So these people, Mira Nair, Bill Clinton, Jeff Bezos, and everyone else that was there for this after party, they knew that when they were hanging out with Ghislaine Maxwell, who, by the way, was one of the best friends and business partners and everything else of Jeffrey Epstein. Question for you. Why would Mira Nair be associated with that circle of people going all the way back to 2009? And another question for you. How is it possible that somebody who is hanging out with the Epstein orbit with Ghislaine Maxwell, her son ends up as the mayor of New York City?
All right, let's touch on this. It appears that the email is real. Let's put the email up there. This part seems to be real. I think this came directly from the file, and it is almost exactly what he said. Now, let me articulate this very clearly. Just because a person is associated with Epstein does not necessarily mean that they're involved in anything nefarious. However, the same amount of outrage that they projected at Donald Trump because his name had dared be mentioned in anything associated, even though he ain't never been at their house or nothing like this, but his name was mentioned, they have a conniption. I think that's the right word. They're losing their minds. They're engaging in a kerfuffle. All of these things are occurring, but then Zoran Mamdani's mom is associated or listed or named on a legal document as being in attendance at an Epstein party with Ghislaine Maxwell. And it's not, nobody cares. Like, they're not concerned. But if Trump is in it, they're concerned. If Don Jr.'s name was in it, they'll be flipping off the tables. Okay, let's get to the next clip. And this is pictures that are circulating that have been proven to be fake. I don't think we proved this one to be fake, but unless you're Stevie Wonder, you should be able to see that this is a fake picture, right? This one is definitely fake and is proven to be fake. And let me just show you where the look comes from. It appears that Jeff Bezos and Gates are in the same generation. It seems like Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell are in a separate generation from them two, meaning that it seems like that picture is a little older for Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, and it's a lot younger for Bezos and Gates. However, Bill Clinton is from like 2 years ago. So it looked like they got a picture from people living in different dispensations of time. None of these people are alive at the same time on this same picture. And so when you see that, you go, okay. And also, why would they be out in the middle of the street with those people and Zoran Mamdani and his mama? It looked like they're out at night. Everybody's dressed up. Why would Zoran Mamdani, as a 13-year-old boy, run into all of these people and take a picture with them? So people be making up stuff. I just wanted to make sure y'all were clear. This is fake. The other picture's probably fake, but the document is legitimate. But it has nothing to do with this fool running New York into a hellhole. Let me just express this to you before we get out of here. I got about 16 minutes left. I want you guys to see what the public is experiencing with just a few months of his leadership. Roll the clip.
A severe cold front continues to bear down on our city. Today is our 11th consecutive day of below freezing weather, and we could very well be in the middle of the longest period of consecutive sub-32 degree weather in our city's entire history.
Yeah, you're in New York, bro.
Without temperatures rising above freezing, snow has hardened into blocks of ice. But the greatest danger posed by this sustained cold is to vulnerable New Yorkers who remain exposed to the elements. As of this morning, 16 of our fellow New Yorkers have passed away outside during this brutal stretch of cold. In 13 of these cases, preliminary findings indicate that hypothermia played a role, and 3 of these deaths appear to be overdose deaths.
Time out.
We await final results from the medical examiner's office.
This is what I want people to understand. Listen very clearly to what he said, and I'm going to continue to play it. Just give me about 40 seconds. He said X amount of people died. He designated that hypothermia played a part. And then he designated that these were overdoses. Now, I would like to see the numbers in the medical record, or at least the medical death certificate, and what did the doctor sign off on? Because every one of them could have been overdose. Every one of them could have been an overdose. Every one of them could have been drug related. Every one of them could have been because people had pre-existing conditions. But he wanted to lessen the blow by saying some of these were hypothermia. Well, what other way are you dying in the street if it's not hypothermia? He said only 13. What other way are you dying in the street in a blizzard or a cold storm if it's not hypothermia? So everybody just mysteriously died, 13 of them are hypothermia, and 6 of them are overdoses. No, probably what happened is that all of them overdosed. And some of them overdosed and then they died because they were passed out in the middle of the cold and they never woke up. But you know, these people like to play with your mind and say all these crazy things. Because you shouldn't even attribute these people to the cold weather deaths if they were not experiencing any effects from the cold weather that caused them to die. Why even mention them? But we know that he's trying to fluff the numbers. All these people are just, it's a everyday thing in New York of people dying from ODing. And the cold weather didn't have nothing to do with these people dying. All right, continue.
Office and will inform New Yorkers as we learn more. Each of these lives lost is a tragedy. My heart was with the family of those mourning their loved ones.
Oh, that's the end of the clip. Now, look, here's the blankets. This fool got this all printful. He got, the blanket seems almost see-through. Bro, where did you get these blankets at? Here are the little blankets that he giving to homeless people. The one blanket ain't even covering that person's shoulders. Like, maybe these aren't the blankets he's giving people. Maybe these are blankets, I don't know if we verify that. Maybe these blankets that somebody's giving them as mockery of Zoran Mamdani. Because them blankets won't even keep your feet warm in below freezing weather. They look thin. From here, they're glossy, they look thin. All right, if that wasn't enough to show you how bad it is, the trash that has been mounting up because of poor management by the state or by the city is a problem. Now, I'm not trying to be superfluous in this. Could this be a fluke tragedy? Because you can't control the weather. You know what they want Mamdani to be the weatherman. But I do think that structures are not put in place, or he don't know how to put structures in place that this would not happen in case of an emergency situation like this. But this is just a glimpse of how this trash is just piling up on the streets. And I bet it stink. And who God knows when they're going to be able to come out and actually fix this trash problem. It's very interesting. Now, also, let's look at some footage of people getting snowed in. And there's a couple commentators and one celebrity that's walking in New York that alludes to the fact that how ridiculous this is. Roll the clip.
Great job, Mamdani. Is that your name? Is that how you say your name? Mamdani? Go suck your Mamdani. Because what the is this? Why the is it 7 days later and still can't park, can't drive, can't do out here? What trucks was you talking about was cleaning? Where were they? Huh?
This message is from Mayor Mamdani. What the is this? What the Oh, go across the other street. Oh, I can't because there's a huge pile of snow and I can't cross the street on either side. So shout out to the Upper baby, by the way, because this is the only way I'm getting through this. My son is not very comfortable in this. What is this? This is not a path for people to... What if I was in a wheelchair? What is this? This is... The snow was 5 days ago. Figure it out.
If I had to grade the city on how well they did cleaning up the snow, I'd give them a 0. Should we do a texture check? Frozen solid. They cleaned up the snow like it's a small town. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like, oh, we're just gonna like leave it here. There's not that many people here, you know?
Like, this is ridiculous. We can't push our daughter in the stroller because the sidewalks are still not plowed.
New York really said this is really all y'all need. They said y'all need this much space. And then guess what? It's gonna go right back into the snow. Watch. I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet, y'all. Look. And you know, New York has jokes. And you be asking us all the time why we pissed the fuck off. This is why.
Michael Rappaport has something to say. Roll it.
Look at this shit. Look at this shit. This poor bastard ain't getting out until the spring. Look at this. Dirt a week after the snowstorm. Look at this dirty shit hole. Look at this. I don't know what this guy's gonna do. This guy, call your insurance company. Look at this dirt. Where's the mayor to clean this up? They got garbage everywhere, dirty snow. What do you do with this? Where's your shovel now, Mamdani? Look at this shit. You know how many people fall, break their ankles? Look at this. This is New York. Start spreading the news. And this is on the Upper East Side. 3 minutes from where the mayor lives. Look at this guy. Look at this. Look at this. This guy's never getting. Look at this. Look at this. It's the reality of New York City. 1 month. Where's the salt? Where's the shovels? Where's the plows? Bullshit, fake. Look at this. Look at this. This is great luck for New York. Look at it. This guy's never getting out. His car's destroyed. This poor bastard with his motor scooter.
So, minus the hyperbolic, intense language and behavior, what he's saying is true. I think it's poor management. But if that clip didn't do it for you, this is going to be the last clip of the day, 508. Listen to how the governor is articulating her relationship and her thoughts on Zoran Mamdani after she endorsed this fool to be the mayor. I want to show you my wife's favorite design of all time, and that is deport liberal white women. I literally wanted to wear this to the Open here in Phoenix, but we have to get me my version of it first. But if you want cool merch, all you have to do is go to tatumstore.com, tatumstore.com, get one of these shirts or hoodies, put in ICE26, get 26% off the entire store, ICE26. All right, man, let's get to the topic at hand. Roll the clip.
So Mayor Mamdani has said that he doesn't think that wealthy people and corporations would actually leave if their taxes go up. Do you disagree with that?
It's not a gamble I want to take because we're already down about $13 billion in revenues from people who did leave our state.
There is a massive fiscal deficit in our city's budget to the tune of at least $12 billion. And it means that the time has come to tax the richest New Yorkers and most profitable corporations.
He says that the state should raise taxes to help him balance his budget. What are you asking the mayor to do?
I met with the mayor and his budget team in my office just days ago, talking about what we can do to help, but also show us where you're making adjustments. But also, do you really have a full picture right now of all the revenues that are coming in? Because we've been stunned by how high the revenues coming in from the Wall Street bonus taxes are. $17 billion more in unanticipated revenue for the state alone. I don't believe in taxing for the sake of taxing. Does not make sense to me. Never has, never will.
Even after she endorsed Mamdani, the tax the rich message from his base of supporters was clear on stage at a Mamdani rally.
But after these revenues come in, and if they're maxed out now on revenues, the mayor has made some cuts and demonstrated to you that he's willing to do some of his own work to close that budget hole. Would tax increases be on the table then?
No, I've said they're not.
But if Zoran Mamdani doesn't seem to be getting the message,
he's doing what he has to do and I'm doing what I have to do.
Are you suggesting that he needs to play to his left-leaning base by calling for tax increases?
No, I was not saying that at all.
Hochul also says Mamdani's claim this week that the budget crisis is worse than anticipated because of mismanagement by Eric Adams, which Adams denies, changes nothing.
No.
Okay, got it. Do you have any concern that if you don't agree to raise taxes, Mayor Mamdani may not endorse you or might even endorse an opponent?
You know what? The day you start making political calculations and have that interfere with your responsibility to govern a state like New York, 20 million people, is the day you shouldn't be in this job.
She talked like a Republican. Man, this dude is finna tear New York apart. I just think he don't have the skill set. He don't have the maturity. He doesn't have the right methodology. We live in a capitalist society. He's trying to turn into a communist society. The people that voted for him are completely stupid, and they don't understand economics. And they got a guy in there that's going to be there for 6 years, I think, right? I don't know if it's 4 or 6 years for the mayor. Maybe it's 4 years. And that's a lot for a person that has never run anything. Not even to his fault or his detriment or his fault. He was just being ambitious. It is 4 years. He was just being ambitious. Y'all stupid enough to believe in his ambition. I'm telling you, like I was talking to somebody on the phone today, and they're saying how there's a huge exodus of high net worth people leaving New York. Like, what do y'all think is going to happen, man? If I was living in New York, and they like in Arizona, if they impose some crazy amount of taxes in Arizona, I'm going to leave Arizona. I'm not going to stay here and just get raked over the coals and taxes.